going on? No way.
And here we are finally on episode 3. Welcome back to all my Kyalians. Kyalanese. Do we really need a name for us? If you think we do, leave us a comment below. So today we'll be playing Marvel Avengers, obviously. I'll be doing a review and judging this off 4 criteria that I believe are pretty important when you're playing a game. Now I haven't heard anything great, so that's the reason I have chosen to do this one today, just to make up my own mind, I guess. There'll be a few clips of me playing this game as we go along too, just to give you guys an idea of what the gameplay actually looks like for the game. Now, the main campaign has 4 parts to it. Part 1, Reassemble, is obviously what we're going to be reviewing today. There'll be 4 different parts to this episode as well to get all of them in there. Because if I had done it as all one big video, it would have been huge, and I mean, who really wants to sit through that? 12 minutes is getting pretty long as it is. So guys, I really hope you enjoy my review. I hope it has some insightful things. I hope you might agree with it. If you don't, please let me know, because how else are you supposed to grow if you can't get any kind of criticism? Alright guys, let's get into this. The first criteria is gameplay. Now that's probably the most important thing that you can ever have for a video game, because if you don't like the gameplay, what are the chances you're going to stick around and play the rest of the game? As you can see here, the flight looks pretty cool. The only thing, oh, hang on a sec. I think you'll enjoy that. Look, even if you didn't enjoy that, I enjoyed that. So, as I was saying, the flight looks pretty cool, but to me it felt a bit sluggish. I felt like it was slow considering you've got 4 boosters going, and then as you go, it just sort of slowly goes into it so you can control it, which I guess is cool, but isn't really what I want to see when I feel like I should be zooming around everywhere. I wouldn't mind having to control it a bit more. Now, as you can see, the fighting part here is pretty cool. Each of the Avengers has a unique set that only they have. It does feel like you're playing with the guys from the MCU. So as you can see here, you've got that laser one that Tony uses in Iron Man 2. You've got your pulsar blasts and everything like that too. Missiles that are, you know, seeking and everything like that. I loved all that sort of stuff. And if I'm being honest, it really was just the flight that bumped me a bit. Thor is the same. He doesn't fly as fast as you'd think. It's pretty slow, I guess, so you can control it. You don't seem to cover ground as quickly as I guess you probably could. As you can see, the combos here, the combination between punches and your pulsar blasts and everything like that. So overall, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. The second criteria that I want to review is the story. So to me, it's a big part of what the game needs to be doing for you. If it doesn't have a good enough story, then the chances are, if the gameplay isn't that great, you're just going to want to ditch it and play something else. I think this is probably the main thing that kept me around, was the story for this one. It was interesting, and I felt like it was a true Avengers story. The way it all started, the way this this part of the campaign finished, really kept me entertained. Please enjoy the Hulk bashing things. It's probably not the most action-packed clip that I could have got of him, but it does sort of show the Hulk, which, I mean, what's he do really? Bash and crash. So enjoy that, guys. I'm giving the story 8 out of 10. The third criteria for my review is engagement. Now, it is kind of the sum of your story plus your gameplay. So to me, it really is important that you are engaged in an actual game. If you're not engaged, like I said in the previous clip, you're just not going to want to play it anymore. And to be honest, I kind of felt at times running around the maps and stuff, I wasn't engaged. Like, you're trying to find the chests and stuff like that, which is cool because it does give you some more powerful gear, as you can see as it's popping up there. The only thing is it doesn't change anything on your outfit. Now, I'm a huge fan of customization when it comes to games. I think seeing how you dress a character compared to what they think a character should look like really does keep you engaged. And to me, it just didn't do that. I mean, you can change the outfits eventually. Some of it is that you do need to pay for it. Others is that you need to go around and get in-game credits to, you know, obviously do stuff. There is a hero card, I think it's called a hero card, where you've got to do certain tasks, daily tasks and weekly tasks to get rewards. And some of those rewards do happen to be different outfits for the character. I don't mind paying for things in some games, but I do feel like the majority of it should be that you can go around in the game and find things. That's what keeps you engaged. That's the reason you want to go and find the chests, rather than, you know what I mean, trying to, I guess, pay for things. I just find like it's a little bit easy and not in a way to get you engaged. So for engagement, I've given it a 6 out of 10.
Like old times.
The fourth part to my review is environment. So what I mean by environment is being able to use the environment to either destroy your enemies or find things to help you level up or get your health, which there was, if you did happen to see that there, a health barrel in there. And it also includes stuff like what the maps look like. So I actually like the look of the maps. They were pretty detailed. The only thing that did frustrate me is that it did feel a little bit tunneled. So I felt like I was guided to where I needed to be rather than an open world map. I get that no, every game has to have that, but I'm a massive fan of open world games too. I guess it is just hard for it to always do that, especially when you've got stuff like what's going on here. You can also smash a lot of boxes that do give you, I guess, stuff to power up your gear, which is pretty cool. I like that. It keeps going up and up and up, and every time you get more powerful gear, you can add more onto it, which is awesome. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that when I had destroyed enemies, I'd go back to an area when I'm looking around for chests, and it turned out that those enemies were back pretty much straight away. A little bit annoying, but I guess if you're looking to farm and get your gear up, it is pretty helpful. For environment, I guess I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. Just on a side note here, has anyone noticed that Thor's hammer, when it's hitting things, sounds like a ball being bounced on the ground? That was annoying the hell out of me as I was playing.
Navigation's ours, but the engines are still dead.
Glass half full, Nat. Might want to hurry this up for. Good night, folks. Thor, update on those mechs. Losing power, fast. Wait a minute. That's Tarleton's endgame. We're the terrorists in this AIM experience story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't go down. Not again.
Spotted some drones heading for the command deck.
Got my hands full, kid. I'm on them.
So just before I sign off, guys, I am going to show you the individual criteria scores that I did throughout this video, and then I'll give you the overall score that I'm going to give this game. What I want to do first is actually go through a couple of things that I did like about the game. So I loved the story. I thought that was the main thing that kept me engaged, and I did like the uniqueness of the combative styles from each of the characters. That did feel really unique, and that each one brought their own thing to the game. A couple of things I didn't like was the flying. I feel like we could have maybe had a bit more speed on the flying, would have made it a bit more of a, I guess, a challenge to control it as you're flying around and trying to get people, and you would have had to slow yourself down. And then also the customization. When you got new gear, I feel like it could have been added to your thing to really customize how you wanted your, Captain America or your Thor or your Black Widow to look. Alright guys, so here we go with the individual scores. Gameplay, 7 out of 10. Story, 8 out of 10. Engagement, 6 out of 10. Environment, 7 out of 10. And for my overall score for this game, well, this, I guess, part, overall, a 7 out of 10. If you agree, let me know. Don't agree, let me know. Leave the comments, guys. Thank you for joining me on this one, and I'll see you again for part 2.